Hi, in this tutorial, we're looking at the Sovol SV1 extruder kit, which someone has very successfully redesigned for us. Now, the thing that we're looking at is the air scoop, which moves air from the blower fan right here at an almost 90-degree angle into the extruder. If we look at this blower scoop in a cross-section, you'll notice that the air loses a lot of velocity when it hits this wall, that it's coming out at a very high speed. And then it needs to pass through this little channel to where the extruder is. What we're going to do is see if we can design a little bit of a better solution to this. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to hide the scoop that exists. So I'm just going to hide this. And we're going to turn off our cross section because we want to create a plane. And I'm going to come to construct, mid plane. I'm going to click on this face of the flange and the other face, which is here. And that's going to create a mid plane. And so now what we can do is we can rotate our blower fan to a spot that we want it to be. I'm going to come to Move Copy, and I'm going to click on the component, so that way I select the fan and the outside plastic piece. I'm going to rotate this over about 35 degrees. Now when you get to 35, just going to hit OK. Now we're going to click on this plane, and I'm going to create a sketch. And the sketch is going to be one of a wedge. So I'm going to drag out a line here, and another line coming across, and then one that connects to the base. And I'm going to make the angle between these, I'm going to make it 35 degrees. So now we have a 35-degree gusset type triangle. And I do want to align it with something. So I'm going to align it with this little line right here. I'm going to project that out. And I'm going to use that. I'm just going to place it on that line. And I'm also going to place it back so that way we have a closed shape. Looks like we have a closed shape here. So you can see that we have a closed shape, and I can kind of manipulate this and move it as I see fit. And the thing I want to do is I want to line this up with the base for now to see if this is going to work. And I'm going to drag this down a little bit. And I also want to create an offset. So I'm going to make an offset here. And let me add a couple more constraints, perpendicularity here on these lines, as well as a dimension between these two. I want this to be 0 degrees. So I'm going to make this parallel, these two lines. Solid, extrude, click on these two. And we're just going to drag this out, and it's going to be a new component, but we're doing a symmetric drag. And we're going to drag this all the way to where the lines are. Hit OK. I'm going to create a constraint now. Joint, capture position, click on this face, click on this face, and we're going to place these together. And if we want to, we can move this up a little bit to kind of align it. And one thing I'm noticing is that we're now way below the point we need to be, so we need to make a couple changes. I'm going to move our wedge and blower fan up because the blower fan is much too low and would hit the build plate. Now, if I move it up to here where it's out of the way of the extruder and the BL Touch, you're going to see that another problem arises. The wall of the sheet metal piece is in the way of the blower fan air coming to where the nozzle is. Now, the way that we're going to fix that is we're going to edit this part. So I'm going to basically activate it by right-click, activate, and then from here I can create a sketch on this face, And what I'm going to do is something that I think most hobbyists can probably figure out how to do on their own. And that's going to be to cut through it. We want to perfect the design that we're creating here. And the way to do that is by creating a sketch on this face now, on the blower fan face. And I'm going to click on these 4 lines, and I'm going to project them using project geometry. And now I can do an offset of all 4 of them. And I can make this, let's say, 25 thousandths of an inch inward. And I actually want these to be solid lines. And from here, I'm going to create another rectangle. Again, we want it to be solid. I'm going to create an extrusion here. I'm going to drag this in, and this is going to be a new component. So I'm going to drag in the slip, and you can see that it's inside the part. And if we go back to the sketch, we can create a second extrusion now. This face, and let's drag it out. But this is going to be a new component. This new part that we made, we want it to attach to the part that we're already working on. So we want to join this. Whoops, we want to join this in. Now we can't always just combine these two. And now we have, what I'm going to do is just create a midplane. I'm going to click on this outer face and this face here. I'm going to hit OK. And now what we can do is create a sketch on that plane. And I can just kind of drag this to where the nozzle is. And sort of do something like this. Now that we have a closed shape, the next thing we're going to do is come up to Solid, Extrude, click on your closed shape, and then click on this face here, and that's going to extrude it in this one direction. But we want to extrude it in both directions. So I'm going to come to Direction, and I'm going to click Symmetric, and that's going to set that up for us. I'm going to hit OK. And from here, I'm going to come to Shell, and I'm going to click on this face. And I also want to click on the back face. Now, if you can't reach it, we may have to just hide the fan, which is fine. Come to Select, change your priority to Component, right-click, and just hide it. And see, now we can look inside of the part we're making. So again, let's come to Shell, click on this face, the inner face. We want to get rid of it, and we want to get rid of this one too. Now for the inside thickness, I'm just going to kind of drag this arrow, and that's going to allow me to choose how thick I want the wall to be. From here, let's look at our feature manager tree, and we're going to take this end of part and move it before the shell. So now we have a solid part again. And now I'm going to create a sketch on this face right here. And the sketch is really just going to be of a line. Something like that. But I want this to be parallel with this line. And with that made, what we're going to do is finish our sketch. And then we're going to come to modify and split body. This is going to be the body we choose to split, and the splitting tool is going to be this line. And you're going to see that it automatically cuts through it. So just hit OK. And now from here, what we can do is we can come to Modify, Draft, and for the pull direction, we're going to click on this face, and then for the face that we're going to use, we're going to click on this one. And now you can just kind of drag in See that? We're just kind of dragging this in, and it's changing the whole angle of this part. And I'm going to put a fillet here on this hard edge. See that hard edge there? Let me put a large fillet here. Whoops. I may need to combine these two bodies first. But once I do, I'm going to put a fillet here. And now we can redo our shell. So I can click on this back face and I can click on this front face. And by dragging the arrow, you can of course change the thickness just like we did before. And you're going to see that we now have a more angled and pointed chute for the air to go. And if you want, you could even go ahead and put fillets on the outside of this piece before the shell, and you're going to see that it comes up in the shell. So if I move this before, and then I add a couple fillets, to the outside, they're going to come in on the inside. They're going to be visible there. You can just kind of drag these in a little bit, and then do a shell, and you're going to see that the whole thing updates accordingly. Here is the final form of our new blower fan scoop. And as you can see, it has two parts. One is the wedge, which is screwed to the blower fan as well as to the side of the sheet metal plate. And we also have, of course, the scoop itself. And as you can see, it better directs the velocity and the force of the fan more at an angle so that it doesn't lose as much speed, as much velocity as it hits this wall. All in all, I think that this will take a lot more work to really become a much better solution, but as long as your printing setup has room for the fan to protrude out this much more, this should definitely work a lot better. Thank you.